Okay, here's my gauges. I'm going to show you how I installed those. Going to be a short video, not going to take a lot of time in detail, but I think it looks nice. Looks like it was factory installed versus the pods up here. I don't mind those. I don't like the ones on the dash. But just want to show you how I did this. Notice my bottle of water is kind of glowing in the dark there, thanks to that light there. My coffee cup would do the same if it was darker. Okay, got the dash all torn apart here. Getting ready to put gauges here. I'm going to move the radio down where the ashtray used to be because I don't smoke, and we got 5 chargers in here now, or 6, I don't remember, but pulled everything apart. It's just all kind of in there right now. I'm going to make a smaller hole for the cargo lamp to come clear over here, and I'm going to put my gauges in here and my tack over here. I bought this thing. I was thinking about using, but that's too ugly. I don't want anything on my dash like that. It looks too cheesy if you ask me, so we're going to make it look like it was meant to be. Okay, got the plastic cut out of the way. Now you can see a piece of steel bracing for the dash. It's got to be trimmed up as well. I'm going to cut it even with a spot weld here all the way across, and then just straight down to make room for the radio. And I'm going to use my die grinder instead of the Dremel for that. It's faster and easier. Okay, here's the old top to my old stove that I robbed parts off to build my oven. I'm going to try to, it's kind of got a grain to it, like a leather grain. I'm going to try to flatten it out, see if I can cut me a piece out for my gauges, see how it looks. Okay, we got the stereo relocated. I went with a different model because of the one I had originally. I was afraid the shifter was going to knock into it, so we had to make sure that didn't happen. Now you can notice I had to I bent my metal and I bent it down so it kind of looks factory. Painted it as close as gray as I possibly could. Installed it. I don't know if you can see over there or not. Get the light. Had to do some screwing here and there, but I mean, from a distance it don't look too bad. Getting ready to install the gauges in the dash back, the part up here again. Now this used to be the cigarette lighter. Comes on with the key. I'll use that for my gauges to come on with the key. This is the ground that was to it. I'll just ground everything to that ground. This was the light to it that came on with the, when you turn the lights on. I'll just hook that up to all the lights and the gauges. So everything will go back to normal now. I had to relocate my cargo lamp clear over here, and it's going to be sideways. You'll read cargo lamp or light sideways, who cares, but it'll be clear over here now, and I had to make some room for the gauges to go in there. But we're getting ready to go back in with the gauges. Okay, I went and cut this, and then I went and bent it back in my bender just so it kind of give it a good edge here, not just all chopped up. I left this end a little long, so it'll kind of help tip it up to hold the gauges upright. And I used my old wood grain here. It's kind of got a radius edge right there. I peeled it off and I just stuck it on here and ground that so it's the same. I don't know if you can see that. So it's the same here. And now when I stick this in there, the bottom edge, I don't know if this is going to be curved with the dash or not, but with that rolled edge like that, you don't know what it's going to do, so it'll kind of give it a finished look there. You notice this corner don't look too bad right there, that rolled edge. Now I'm going to stick my tack over here and my other 3 gauges right here, and my cargo light switch back in that other spot there. But getting ready to cut some holes with the hole saw now for the gauges, and then use a Dremel to cut a little square hole for the cargo lamp. Okay, see how I can just trim this side up about 1/4 of an inch, mainly because of the plastic. This side's this full length, just kind of helps hold it in there. Might have to bend it, and I don't know, maybe cut a notch around in the dash to help it fit better, but it kind of helps hold it in place. And now tack's in. Now I'm going to cut some more holes for my other gauges, and my light, my cargo lamp, goes back in. And remember, I moved my radio down below. I kind of like this look here, and gives it that old school B-body style Mopar muscle look. Really looks nice. Forgive me the clutter. Got some glow shift gauges from Glow Shift. Got me a Pyro boost and a fuel pressure gauge. My tack, my WF wired tack here. These are wires I robbed off of that stove that I disassembled from my oven. They kind of go sideways, so that'll give me some clearance, and I just went with the same colors that they did. The orange is for your lights, the red is for the key, and the yellow over here is for permanent power. I went ahead and the tack is holding the thing in on this side, the thing I made to put in the front of it, and I jumped it and got it, the other gauge is holding it in on this side. So basically it's in there permanent now. These things are so tight, I'm going to leave the plastic on until I get her installed. That middle one ain't going nowhere. My hole saw, they went in there pretty solid. And of course this is for the cargo lamp. But these are for the pyro meter wire. They need to be a little longer, so that's why I cut them. But getting ready to install this now in the old black sheet. Okay, on the gauges, I went ahead and stuck a fuel pressure gauge out here just so I can monitor it while I'm working on the truck. Just put a T. Got my sending unit for the glow shift coming out the back. Now if you do like me, you gotta, I have a cruise. This used to be on top. You have to transfer it to the bottom so you clear all this stuff right here. A boost. Now most people don't understand or don't know about first gens, but already have a plug. Let's see if I can find it there. Right there, right underneath the heater. I just put an elbow because I didn't want my plastic tube with a 90 right here and didn't want to have a potential kink, so I put a 1/8 inch elbow that I had laying around so it just kicks, so it keeps the line straight. Trying to point to it right there. So now I got my Pyro probe in over there, all wired in nice and clean, makes it look nice. More like a factory installed job, other than this looks more like tractor stuff here. That's okay. Okay, we got the whole dash taken out again. It's not that big of a deal. If you can see, I got that plastic coily over stuff like this over the top of my bracket for my clutch. I don't want the clutch because it moves, pivots back and forth. Don't want it wearing into anything, so I did that with my trailer brake wires as well. The smaller one down at the bottom there. But we got this thing gonna route over here now. This just goes over the top of here, coming out of the holes in their designated spots for the gauges. Got a new toolbox. It's basically a trunk. Stick luggage in. Got some stickers I made. I'll show you a decal video on that someday. My Wyoming native reflector yellow, diamond eye, Cummins 12 valve. I turned the Cummins C into a G, put a 1 so it stands for G1, first gen. 12 valve guys use blue, should use blue Cummins. Anybody 24 valve should use red, but I don't know. Do what you want. But she's coming together, getting ready to build some Nerf bars next step, so we can get in and out. We're getting old, me and my wife. I know it's grandpa, grandma stuff, but we are a grandpa and grandma, so getting ready to powder coat my mags to put on it as well. The whole gauges are in. Got them on kind of a light blue right now. Radio's down there where I wanted it. Jack is over there. Not going to show any boost because I'm not boosting, but you can see the Pyro and everything. Pretty good. Fuel pressure, Pyro, boost. So, all installed.